Hello and welcome. My name is Magnus Oraka. I am the presenter of Bidati Online Campaign TV. This is the Poto session, and the person under the radar is Femi Fani Kayode. Femi Fani Kayode was once on this channel, and it appears he has forgotten to take his early morning dose. Well, since he has forgotten, we'll force him to take an extra dose this morning. Uh, Femi Fani Kayode, it appears under that facade of your seemingly grandiloquent persona, you're just nothing. There's absolutely nothing there. It appears your brain has switched places with the lining of your stomach because right now the enzymes are eating deep into your stomach lining and you are very, very hungry. And therefore, you need the money of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take care of your hungry desires. No wonder God gave you a very beautiful woman, but because of this character, you were unable to keep a very beautiful woman who gave you very beautiful children. I told you I'll be here to watch every step of you and give it back to you straight ahead. I copied some message from your Facebook page, and I'm very, very disappointed that a man that I seemingly thought had brains, not knowing that your brains are simply replaced by alubo. Alubo is a cheap powder, it's a cheap cassava powder in your Yoruba land. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. It's so amazing that a man we all thought knew what was right from wrong suddenly is now thinking with his stomach and therefore is saying rubbish. You made a response to Peter B, and we told you that this channel is designed or created to look out for narratives that are aimed to bring down good luck. Sorry. This channel is created to look out for narratives that are aimed to bring down the person of Peter Obi. If we do find such narrative, our job is to clarify it, or we give the person who made or makes such narratives the poto treatment, and that's what you're going to get this morning. You said that you don't respond, that Peter B doesn't respond to comments of presidential spokespersons because Peter B is a mannerless dunce with low self-esteem, and Peter B has no answers. You must be outrightly stupid and crazy in your head. Peter Obi is a dunce and yet respected, and just only recently he was given a citizenship status in Dallas. The mayor of Dallas gave him a citizenship recognition. Peter B is a dunce and yet he's respected and welcome all over the world. How many places has your principal go? Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot go to the US because of his drug-related charges. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot answer a certain fundamental question that relates to his origin, his age, his identity, his name. The man is an enigma. The man is faceless because getting deep down to his true identity will reveal a lot of canker worms about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and perhaps it is those same canker worms that are eating into your stomach so much so that you can't even think straight. It's a pity for whatever origin or for whatever stomach that bore the person that is called Femi Fani Kayode, and it's a pity for whatever channel of vagina that Fani Kayode came out. We're going to give it straight to you. It's a pity that I ever knew you. It's a pity that I ever associated myself with you. What a shame. What a disgraceful name, Femi Fani Kayode. You also say that no presidential candidate worth himself will ever join issues. That's no presidential candidate worth his salt will ever join issues with Peter Obi directly because you are far too low down the ladder. The same person you claim is far too low down the ladder is received everywhere in Nigeria. Look at the million march in Lagos, the million march in Kano, the million march in Jos. Everybody loves Peter Obi. Everybody is supporting Peter Obi, and yet he's low. Well, I think the person that is actually low is your candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He must be so low to be thinking about Agbado and cassava to youths. He must be so low to be thinking about recruit 50 million youth. They take away from their recruitment source what they will eat, cassava, Agbado. How dare you compare Peter Obi with such a mentally deranged persona such as Bola Ahmed Tinubu? You yourself are the actually low person because it takes an unusually low mentality to support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And then you try to explain further that Asiwaju to Waziri, that's Atiku, from Asiwaju to Atiku to Kwankwaso, I can see, but to add an Obi, that was in your hierarchy of people you hold with self-esteem is Asiwaju, Waziri Tambuwal, and Kwankwaso. These are your measure of persona with self-esteem. But you find it difficult to conceive to add a Peter Obi to that list. Well, we are happy you are not adding Peter Obi to that list because Peter Obi is a different species. Peter Obi is a phenomenon. Peter Obi is the best that Nigeria can ever have. So if you disintegrate them or disassociate them with this list of yours, you're actually doing us a favor because you're telling us that Peter Obi is in a class of his own. Thank you, Femi Fani-Kayode. You also went further to say, where is that place? Okay. Who the hell is Peter Obi and what does he know? Peter Obi knows everything. About who the hell is Peter Obi and what does he know about anything other than misleading his gullible followers? Look at me very, very well, okay? Do I look gullible? Do I look senseless? Do I look illiterate? Do I look nonsensical to you? I'm a very, very educated person and very, very exposed in intellectual matters. So if I'm actually following Peter Obi, I must be in my right senses. It is you rather who have misled the people thinking that your senses are correct, thinking that you have what it takes to decipher what is wrong from what is right. But voila, when the walls of your stomach cringes or itches you based on the canker worms from Tinubu that eats into the linings of your stomach, your brain turns upside down and you begin to support what is evil. That's exactly what is wrong with you, Femi Fani-Kayode. And it's a pity that I ever knew somebody like you. It's a shame that the likes of Femi Fani-Kayode is walking among people. You should be ashamed and bury your head in whatever pillow that you have on your bed because it is shameful to know somebody like you, Femi Fani-Kayode. You think you can say anything against Peter Obi and get away with it? We'll be here to give it straight to you. The wotowoto treatment. Your case has gone past wotowoto. This is the wotowoto treatment we'll give to you. You said Peter Obi, this man, I think Femi Fani-Kayode should have a space on AY Live to display some of his comic talents. Because you say Peter Obi, that we gullible followers on social media, that Peter Obi sells tomato puree, bombita, and toothpaste. At least he sells something. At least Peter Obi sells something. Even if it's tomatoes or granite he hawks on the streets. At least he sells something. So we also want to thank you for telling us that Peter Obi has a trade. At least he sells something. Tell us what Tinubu does. He lives only in Lagos and yet he's an acclaimed billionaire in dollars. Somebody who steals and robs from the citizens of Lagos, and everything about his money is shredded in mystery. A spokesperson for Tinubu was asked, what is the source of Tinubu's wealth? And he couldn't say. But for you, we thank you for the spokesperson of Tinubu telling us that at least Peter Obi has a source of income, be it tomato puree, bombita, tomato, or toothpaste. We are very okay with that. At least Peter Obi has a source of income. You also say that Peter Obi will not last 5 minutes in a debate with any of our presidential spokespersons. No. We are not electing presidential spokesperson. Please bring your presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to debate with Peter Obi, whether when Peter Obi is talking about how to change Nigeria from consumption to production, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is saying, what they will eat, cassava, àgbàdo, you must be mentally insane to give your support to a mentally deranged candidate. That is all I have to say to you. Femi Fani-Kayode or Femi of FFK, what's the acronym? Is it, anyway, let's leave that. You went further to say that, okay, he will not last 5 minutes in a debate with any of our presidential candidates, a spokesperson. And even Kwankwaso Atiku will give him a hard time. Okay, now let me take that paragraph. You say Peter Obi will not last 5 minutes in a debate with any of our presidential spokesperson. Peter Obi cannot stand with any spokesperson because Nigerians are not electing a spokesperson. Nigerians are electing a presidential candidate. So Peter Obi can only stand a debate with a presidential candidate. And thank God, in your list of the presidential candidates, you deliberately left out Tinubu because you know that Tinubu cannot stand a debate. Tinubu cannot even debate with my last born, who is in JSS 2. Talk less of standing Peter Obi. It will be the greatest humiliation of Tinubu and his followers for Tinubu to even dare to stand debate with my dog in the house. Thank you very much. And you left out Tinubu here in your list of those that Peter Obi should debate with. You only listed Kwankwaso and Atiku. That's all. Your other paragraph said the insufferable arrogance and deceit of these shady characters. You dare call Peter Obi insufferable, arrogant, and deceitful, and shady character? Come on. Please don't use the adjectives you will use to describe Tinubu, to describe Peter Obi. What you are indirectly telling us is that these same adjectives in this write-up are the exact perfect description of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because indeed Tinubu is insufferably arrogant, deceitful, and has the ultimate shady character that can ever be associated with anybody. You said, and strange sounding little man. This man is a clown. Fanika, you are a clown, honestly. You said his voice and that it nauseates and confounds even the most restrained and tolerant among us. Please reserve this write-up for WAEC essay writing. If you write this one for essay writing, you will score great marks. This is not politics. This is a cheap exercise to test your ability for essay writing. That's what I'm writing here. Simply put, you said Peter Obi is a charlatan and a modern day walking disaster. Why are you, in fact, as I'm reading this, your essay, I'm just taking out Peter Obi's name and putting Tinubu there because you are eloquently describing Tinubu. That's all. Your other paragraph, the last paragraph, said that by the time he gets trounced in the presidential election and come a distant fourth, he will know that this is a game for the big boys. Well, it's a pity that hunger indeed makes people say things. This paragraph must have been coined by the level of hunger that bites deep into the linings of your intestines, and therefore you can only come up with this. Your second to the last paragraph states that it is at that time that he and his venomous, ignorant, and garrulous supporters will cry blue murder and claim that the election was rigged and attempt to turn that. Yes, of course, if the election was rigged, we will not cry blue murder. We will show red murder. We will be crying. We will not cry. We are taking, if I don't just even go there, when they tell us to say we are violent, of course, everybody, our eyes, they red. So don't threaten us that we become sheepish so that you have easy access to manipulate the election. We'll be here, of course, we will not cry. We will act red murder. You just try nonsense. And your last paragraph says that this time we will be ready for them. Ready for who? We are not even started anything and you'll be ready for us. Ready for who? Well, I'd like to say thank you very much, Femi Fani-Kayode. You've given us a lot of credit. It clearly shows that we are the party to beat. Our candidate, Peter Obi, is the candidate to beat. And that is why you took your time to put a dictionary by the side to come up with this write-up. Beautiful write-up, I must say, but every adjective you use in this write-up is a perfectly matched description to describe your candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Although it was perfectly written, but it was inspired by the very, very intense hunger that has eaten deep into the lining of your stomach, corroborated by plenty of sawdust that have exchanged places with your brain. Thank you very much. My name is Magnus Oraka, and I'm reporting for Obidati Online Campaign TV, and I'm please urging you to follow us now.